then I was offered a really spectacular opportunity just after, let me just skip ahead. So when I was at school at Sheridan, I was discovered by a guy named Chuck Jones. Everyone know what Chuck Jones is? So Chuck Jones, this is about 3 years before he passed away, lo and behold, they were walking through the second year department. They were there to hire third year students. And at Sheridan, well, it's actually technically it was fourth year. To get a visa to work in the States, which obviously is where I worked the past 15 years, you had to graduate from the program. But they saw something in me, and I'm not sure, but the good news is I used to work at Sporting Life Bikes. Everyone been to Sporting Life Bikes before? So I used to work at the bike shop, and then I came home one day, my mom's like, Hollywood called on the phone. I'm like, what are you talking about, Hollywood? She's like, I don't know, someone from Hollywood called. I'm like, Hollywood, like, Hollywood? She's like, yeah. So I took the call, and it was Chuck Jones's office, and I was 18 or whatever I was. And they're like, would you like to come for the summer for 10 weeks to live in Los Angeles? And I was very unexpected, as I mentioned, because I was expecting to graduate the year after, and again, it was so competitive. It was like, I think 300 of us started. The second year was 120, then it goes down to 40 students. So it was like, you didn't really know a lot of friends, or if you did, it was like Animation Survivor, And I tell you this humbly, but I'm going to tell you what happened to me. So anyway, 2 of us got hired to go to LA of all the 40. So basically 2 out of 120. After Lion King, it was kind of a big hiring boom, and then it started petering off. And because of Earl Haig, I skipped first year, thank goodness, because I don't think I would have ended up in Hollywood had I not done Earl Haig, and that's the truth. So thank you, Mr. Lowe, if you're here. Maybe I'll just show you stuff. It's kind of going to be out of order, but recently Warner Brothers asked me to storyboard and direct a Merry Melody. They're trying to bring Merry Melodies back. So I just showed you First Flight, which is a bit more polished. And I'm going to show you something like a director's reel for something called Funk Skunk. And it's Pepe Le Pew, a character I really like. And I asked DreamWorks permission if I could do this, because Warner Brothers really wanted me to take a crack at this. So what you're going to see is storyboard drawings. And storyboard drawings are not animated drawings, but they're kind of key poses. And what I mean by that is like the sort of essential acting poses, or what I call them the storytelling poses. It sort of sets the mood of the shot, the composition, and basically the disposition of the character and the character's acting. So this is something I did just after Christmas this year. I'll just show it to you. It's in rough form because I'm trying to make this interesting. So here's something I storyboarded and directed called Funk Skunk in storyboard form. So here we go. Oh. Unsee what you have seen. There's a possibility I won't be showing Funk Skunk at this moment, but I should be able to. Quick player, quick time. Okay, here we go. This is Funk Skunk. I didn't write the music, I got the track and I had to come up with it. Do you want to turn it up a little bit?
Of course you do. Carry on. You like this too. I bring you a rose, but still you hold your nose. I have a certain smell, but you know I wear it well. I'm a skunk. You get used to it. Hear my song. Shake your caboose to it. Yummy, yummy, tummy, baby, let's share some cheese. Lovey, lovey, missy, missy, come on, baby, give me kissy, please. I always love and miss you. Skunk. I want to hug and kiss you. Who's there? Pepe Le Pew. I'm on your balcony singing to you. You feel me with ash on my throat, and I have to say that I smell like a garbage dump. You seem to think I'm polluting the air. I am like a fine camel there. Skunk. Living in the tea, sugar, honey, bunny, take a chance. Ooga, 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 come on, let's dance. Can you smell that, baby? It is getting funky in here. It's getting
So it was kind of neat, obviously, to start my career, you know, that summer with Chuck, and then of course he passed away, which is sad, but that's a picture of me and Chuck in my bad pleated pants back then, and my tie. Then I worked on a lot of movies, probably none of you went to go see. I worked on Prince of Egypt, which I was really proud of. Went to El Dorado. Oh, that was me when I was an in-betweener. I don't know, anyway. So I used to draw on the desk, and then, you know, I was the guy who basically would draw in between the lines of drawings. And I was really fortunate because I hated my job at DreamWorks. When I first got there, I thought I made a major mistake. Because, to make long story short, I was what you call an in-betweener. And Disney offered me a job called a rough in-betweener on Tarzan. And I didn't know there was a difference. It was two separate departments. And a rough in-betweener, you work with an animator and you can work rough pencil. And in-betweener, you work with all the people who hate their life in cleanup, who do like the super precise drawings. And then they passed to another guy who's even angrier than that guy, and then this person angrier, and I was like a peon at the bottom of the freaking paper pile, doing like the last drawing in between. So there's like no room for error. And I remember I called my father, and I'm like, this isn't even animating, I don't even know what this is. So, what happened then was, this guy named James Baxter, who did Belle, Beauty and the Beast, and Rafiki the Monkey and Lion King, who I consider him the best living animator. He came over from Disney to work at DreamWorks, and 50 of us applied for this position, and I got it. So I became his apprentice. So I really learned from a master at that time. So these are some examples of drawings I did on Spirit. You can kind of see how they kind of move. You know, there's like a cat on a horse's back. So, but you can see how, like, you know, it's just simple shapes of movement. I know we're really short on time, so I'm going to show you guys my animation from over the years. So, here we go. This is my demo reel. So you probably recognize a lot of the movies, but just if you don't, too bad. Anyway, here you go.
Don't worry, you're small and weak. That'll make you less of a target. They'll see you as sick or insane and go after the more Viking-like teens instead. Behind these doors are just a few of the many species you will learn to fight. Wow, he's better than you ever were.
It's just that we think maybe you could use a little help.
Isn't that the guy who hammered you in the face?
Awesomeness!
Wait for it.
That makes no sense.
And this boy kept saying, to the right, to the right. Then I punched the cakes that the pigs ate. The next thing I knew, my donkey fell in your waffle hole.
Obviously, this is computer before. This is my drawing.